right, hello friends. It is a cold, chilly Tuesday here in Georgia, and I'm Angela Sasser, fantasy artist, and I am here to draw and practice today. I'm holding myself hostage on stream to do some studies, and today we are doing head and hand studies with the line of action tool. So get your pen ready. Get your sketchbook ready. We'll just be doing ballpoint pen. At least I'll be doing ballpoint pen. I actually recommend it, using pen instead, because then you won't get married to the idea that you can erase anything. Like, just embrace failure, embrace mistakes, and just learn. So that is what I'm here today. I'm gonna be attempting to do the head and hand studies with planes in mind. So that's like the areas of geometry that you can break the face down into, like different planes of the surface. So we'll see how successful I am doing that. And we may even get some snow on camera. We'll see. We're bracing for the second historic, like, winter storm here in Georgia. It just stormed last week, and it's about to storm again. And the weather station's like, maybe you'll get 5 inches, maybe you'll get a dusting, and I mean, who knows at this point, so that'd be pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get set up. Oh, and of course you can always find, if you don't know who I am, you can always find more of my work at angelasasser.com. Let's go. All right. The light, let there be light. I'm trying a new camera setup this time just because my phone from last time wasn't very optimal, so I'm using a proper webcam this time. We'll see how it works. And see, the light is good, and you can see the whole page. I'm still tweaking like the contrast setup, so we'll see how that goes. All right, let's get line of action going. For some reason it's not showing on my screen. There it goes. So we're gonna try an hour of heads and an hour of hands. Let's see. Can you hang in there? Can we do it? I was trying to align the slant. I must have moved it last night. There we go. Okay. Definitely gonna try all these categories before too long. It should be really fun. No, I'm gonna save the flesh spiders that is hands for last. We're gonna do faces first. I'm not sure if they all show, so I'm just gonna go and click all of them. All of them. All the expressions, please. All. Class mode. Let's do hour. So that's gonna be 10 poses at 30 seconds, 5 poses at a minute. Let's go ahead and get the fresh page ready, because last time I wasn't ready. Wow, started this one already. I'm ready. Ha. You won't pull one over on me, it's sketch tool. Eventually, when I sub to them, I'll have to see what the tips are. That'd be really cool to see. All right, we're ready. Let's do it. Ooh. 30 seconds. Gotta go quickly. Time to loosen up. Oh, man. See if I can't just capture the silhouettes. honestly barely enough time to capture the center line and the eye line, which are always my guidelines for the face. Ugh. Hey Aiden, I know your sound is off, but good to see ya. I might not be able to check chat too much while I'm rushing through these. Or not rushing, but concentrating, I should say. I wanted to work more on that one. That angle is interesting. Oh, I like this one. It has like big girl with the pearl earring vibes. I think it's that headband and the hair. Hey, Echo. Yep, I'm making myself do art practice because I'm terrible at actually practicing. Ooh, challenging angle. Have to sit and process on this one for a second. Excuse my rough throat. This cold air over here is killing me. It is dry and nasty here in Georgia. Yeah, you should grab your sketchbook and practice with me. You know you want to. No judgment here. We were just having fun. And I figured doing this on stream is the perfect way to make sure I don't do this for like 5 minutes and then lose interest. And, this makes me focus and not worry too much. The subtle accountability helps. I like this face a lot. What a cool face. So expressive. Oh. I want to draw that one more. I think we're almost like 3/4 through on the 30-second poses, so we can really get into some details. I love drawing faces. One of my favorite things to draw. Yeah, bring a sketchbook. It'd be fun to have people sharing what they've drawn from these studies too. Like, it's always cool to see how we all approach models differently with our own sensibilities. So I'd love it if anyone did similar. That one's similar to the last pose, but a little different. I forgot what I was saying because this one stopped my brain immediately. Like, challenge. I think I was talking about different models' approach to things. Front of the same model, I suspect. Oh, this is our minute pose now. Okay. This one's challenging because the lighting's kind of blowing out the anatomy. So I kind of have to make up where I am guessing the planes are. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm drawing. I know the camera's not zoomed in a lot, and I'm still trying to figure out the focus. Well, my minute's done. No. I always have trouble with heads and profiles, so this is really interesting to try and wrap my brain around this particular angle. Still like remembering the rules of where the proportions go. Oh, we're almost done with the page. This is a fun one. What an expressive face. I'm glad the camera's not on my own face, because I kind of mimic. I'm sitting here going ah to mimic this face. Because it is known, you just can't help but make the expression you're drawing. my stylization of this is not favorable. Apologies to the model. I tried. I promise. I think I can fit this one here. Center. In some ways, I almost feel like the front view is harder for me, because then you kind of have to line up everything, and it can quickly get flat or just look weird if you get anything off. And then I almost always draw the same facial type, so all my characters look the same. I hate it. So that's another reason I'm doing this exercise, because I just need more practice drawing varied character types. Oops. Trying to mess with Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, page flip. Ah. I like her facial expression. Oh, we've got squirrels running by the window trying to distract me. This is like challenge mode of art, is animals right outside the window. Squirrel. It's so fluffy because it's cold. But yeah, I like to get the head silhouette in first, and then come back and find the center line and the eye line, because I feel like those are like the most important things you want to figure out first. Goodness. 5-minute poses, finally. Okay. I might have drawn his head too big on the page, but I want to get some details in. But yes, head shape, skull. I also like to kind of figure out where the collarbones and these muscles that go up behind the ears and connect down to the collarbone, where that is. That's always helpful as well. Actually, his skull goes a little past beyond the ear. It's challenging because he doesn't have a very sharp jawline, so kind of figuring out where everything should be. But that's good because, again, trying to learn more varied shapes here for faces, and this is definitely a different type of face. A unique face. And again, sorry if I can't quite catch up on chat. Brain processing and looking more at the model in the paper right now, so I will catch up once break hits. So I promise I am not ignoring people, just trying to focus. While ignoring squirrels outside. You get some hair in, that'll help this read better. Oof, I definitely put the ear in the wrong place. Because he's sort of looking down, so his eye line is matching up. But it's okay. This isn't trying to be perfect. This is just practice. I will not yeet this whole sketchbook. I will not yeet the sketchbook. I feel like I'm showing too much of this eye here too, like. Because he's turned in such a way that he's almost got part of his mouth in profile. Oh, this site, I did catch this question from the chat. This is a site called the Line of Action, and it is a free tool that you can use to, no, okay, fine. There's never enough time. All right. But yes, free tool you can use to draw figures, faces, animals, environments, all of that jazz. And I've just been leaning on it for practice sketches lately, just because it's nice. It's got a good variation of models. And it has that glorious price tag of free. It's another one of those challenging face angles that's turned to the side, so it's almost in profile, especially towards the mouth, but not quite. Hey, Mo. How's it going? I'm supposed to be doing planar studies, but so far I've been, like, distracted with the details of the face because they're so fun to draw. I want to draw the details. Goodness, this one looks so odd. Some days be like this. And the line of action tool cares not for my feelings. I'm good, other than we're waiting for this ice and snow to get here. And it's flippin' cold. It is cold. I have got a blanket and layers of fleece on right now to draw here in the studio. Oh my gosh, this mouth. Oh, I must not eat my sketchbook. I must not eat my sketchbook. It is okay. I'm allowed to suck at this. You get some hair in, that always helps. It's like, is your model looking derpy? Give them some hair. Hair will make it all better. On break, I will, well, not on break. Let me pause I think I can pause this and link you guys to the line of action tool. Make sure we're all on the same page, because I've been able to access it, and it should be just free for everyone. So here, I'm gonna put it in chat real fast. Chat. How do I... No, not stream. I know I can respond in chat. I've done it before. Just go into my own Twitch chat real fast. It's not a stream until we've had technical difficulties. I know, it's because I have two full screen. I want to show chat. Sorry for the disorientation. Okay, so it is just line-of-action.com, and you should see this page come up. No sign-in needed, just like completely free tool. Okay, back to the pose. I don't know why I cannot respond in Streamlabs. Every day I fail at Streamlabs. Yeah, I kind of wonder actually if your laptop, if you are at your workplace, you may be blocked from using certain sites. That might be it too. Oh, did I lose my stream music too? Oh my gosh. We should have a little bit of music going so it's not just me softly rambling. Hold on, let me pause this again. I'm supposed to be listening to lo-fi over here. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Back to face. Hair. We were drawing hair. That's what we were doing. But yeah, I love finding this muscle that kind of attaches behind the ear, because that is a great guideline for getting the neck and the rest of the anatomy in on the torso. So I always like to find that tendon. No, she never got me here. Oh, here, let me mess with the volume. There we go. Music should be better now. Or let me know if it is better. Alright, cool, thanks. I swear it's like every time I try to use the music widget, it's been fussy. But yes, some of the base proportions I like to rely on are that the bottom of the nose tends to line up with the bottom of the ear, and the brow line tends to line up with the top of where your earlobe attaches. Turn the light on. The supposed snowstorm's getting a little dark in here. Better. Excuse my loudness. And then the edge of the lip muscles line up with the corners of the eyes. Or rather, the edges of the nose line up with the corner of the eyes, and the edges of the lips line up with the center of the eyes. So that's all a way to kind of keep it all straight. And I think even if you exaggerate the facial features doing different styles, you tend to stick to those same proportions. So if like someone has an exaggerated nose or exaggerated lips, it still kind of lines up with where the eye placement is. Although now I kind of want to do some studies of more stylized faces and see if that proportion lineup is true. Like, if I'm just talking out my bum here. But I'm pretty sure that is something I've noticed while looking at different styles. Oh, I forgot to say hi, Gil. Thanks for tuning in. Trying to find where the planes of his face would be. I think they're just kind of a squarish face. Feels like I need longer on this kind of model just because he's got a very complex face. Or it takes a little more time for my brain to analyze where is everything. I've drawn too many anime characters. Man needs some eyelids. Let me draw into eyelids. That's another challenging bit of anatomy for me, is when people have closed eyes, how to make that space here look convincing, because it can quickly just look like they just have potato chips for eyelids. So you have to remember that the eyes are orbs underneath there, and you have to remember that and try to shape the contours of the eyelids to the face and the skull and all that. Analyzing. I think I might need to add some markers that I could lay in some some quicker applications of shadow here, because doing this with my pen is a bit more challenging. I'm hitting the limitations of time and how well this tool works for this job. Man definitely needs his facial hair to look like himself too. Get his goatee in here. I'm very rusty with my planer practice here. But it's so helpful if you can do it. You can abstract the different areas of the face, kind of understand the structure and how light interacts with it better. Even I am rusty at this, even though I suggest it to other people all the time. Taking my own advice here. But I also think that's where finding models with very strong directional lighting would be helpful. Because this chiaroscuro lighting we have on this model is not helpful for identifying structure. And that's again why I'd recommend, like, if you can afford it, grab some Proco packs, because he clearly lights his models and they're really useful for studying with. Like, these are great too because they are free, but the directional lighting really help your understanding a lot better. Because a lot of this is me having to make up some stuff because I just can't see and study the structure as well as if I were something with better lighting, basically. Like, no hate to the tool, because it's still cool to have this option if you can't afford the Proco packs. And I'd say I'll have to dig and show you guys some more of the free stock artists that I know of, because there's some artists who do some great lighting on their models. Hey, it's short break time, speak of the devil. And that's how that one came out. It's alright. I started to get the structure a little better there. Started coming in. I think my camera focus could probably use some adjustment. Alright. 4.5 minute breaks. I'm gonna grab a glass of water. And then I can come in and, like, talk about some of the stock photos I think would be, like, the stock artists I think would be useful tools for you guys. Be right back. Let me get a glass of water while I talk. Okay, we're gonna put this water far away from myself so I do not spill it on the laptop since I talk with my hands. And we're gonna move this camera a little closer. Yes, better. Alright. See if I missed anything in chat. I think I missed anything. If you have questions, repost them real fast while we're on this break. Meanwhile, I'm going to show you guys a stock resource who is free, who has really good lighting in their stock. There's two that I can think of off the top of my head. Okay. I think they just have a DeviantArt page and a Ko-fi page. If you go to the Pose archives, they're really cool because they do male and female poses, and they generally try to do the same poses so you can see how the anatomy differs between male and female. And they have very good lighting as well. Highly recommend them because they have so many resources for free. And as a fantasy artist, I really dig them because they have a lot of poses that are great for D&D characters and that kind of thing. Your tabletop characters, lots of swords and various things. So here we go. Like there's a stepping forward pose with female, stepping forward pose with male. All very clear and well lit. And then another favorite from, oh, I got a minute. Okay. Another favorite from DeviantArt. Let's see if I can remember. MJ Random Stock. Oh man, I've used his stuff for years. I'm not sure he's still making new stuff. He's got some silly pictures too. But a lot of his stuff is studio lit. Very clear. Also free to use. Has very generous terms for artists. Oh, there are boobies! Trying to keep this safe for work, so we're not going to scroll down on that. I forgot I don't have safe search turned on my DeviantArt account, so... well, yeah, NJ Random Stock. And also, again, the plug, Proco's packs. He just has bunches and bunches of packs on Proco.com. They go on sale sometimes as well. So yeah, check that out. Good study tools here. Bundle packs with classes, but you can also just get the packs. And I noticed the last time I was showing you guys this, he had like videos so you can watch the muscles moving and all that stuff. Like you study the muscles as they flex. It was super cool. Anyways, let's get back to sketching because we can't avoid the meat spiders, aka hands, forever. Break is over, let's go. Check, make sure you guys didn't drop any questions. Okay, no new questions, so let us press on. Oh, you know it, I love Elden Ring. Those hand enemies are so freaky, and I hate them. But they're kind of fun to kill once you get flame swords and you can just kill them en masse. It's so satisfying. And I get to take out my frustration of having to draw hands. I'm using up a lot of pages today. It's all good. I've got a bunch of sample sketchbooks from back in college. They used to just throw them at us. Oh, I'm just obeying my own rules here. Find the brow line. Sometimes that line kind of moves with the curvature of the skull, so it can be tricksy. Tricksy. I think it's a habit of me loving 90s comics that I always give everyone like super defined chins and stuff too. Have like a sharp jawline I can always stab someone with. And this pose is interesting too because he's like tilting his head towards the camera, so the ear is like in foreshortening at the top a little. And the mouth is, we're seeing like kind of the top. Oh, line of action, you have no mercy on me. I'll get completely normal poses one day. feel like they could probably add a section for ears too, because just when I think I understand ears, I try to draw them in perspective, and it's like, no, you don't. You know nothing about ears. They are swirly meat trumpets. Do you love this model's epic hair? I'm laughing at the slice and apple on the jaw comment in chat. Yeah, we need that like Cruella de Vil jaw. I just want to draw his hair. It's so flowy. Okay, back to the face. I meant to grab markers during break, but I didn't grab them. I'm not even sure where I put them. I've been in the middle of reorganizing this studio because I've been doing so much digital. I haven't really addressed where the organization should be for the studio. So a lot of stuff's been thrown around and put wherever it'll fit. I think I need to buy new markers because I ran them out doing an art challenge. But next time, hopefully I can find some markers that are not run out so I can do some quicker lay-ins with the shadows and shadow masses. Or I can dig out some color pencils too. If you're drawing in chat, let me know so I can cheer you on. Everyone needs a little cheerleading sometimes. Daily affirmations are getting me through the days lately. It's like a plane underneath the chin. Stopping right at that tendon. Hair. I'm getting distracted by details again. When we have this much magnificent chest hair, it must be drawn. Oh, is this one of the long poses? Ooh. And Hero was like, I'm done. Can we move on now? So I guess that's more opportunity for me to find more details in the glorious hair. Oh, someone's into Nikki in chat. Infinity Nikki. I started it, but I haven't played much because I can sense that it will consume me wholeheartedly if I gave it a chance. It's kind of like, I like IGN's label for it being like Elden Ring on Zoloft. I can agree with that assessment. I played it long enough to get like the anniversary dress. Very pretty and lots of menus, but I enjoyed it. That's awesome that it's inspiring you to think of dress designs too. Oh, and I was gonna say, in chat you mentioned doing fashion drawings. Might I suggest picking up a croquis sketchbook? That's croquis, CROQUIS. And what that does is they draw the fashion forms for you, and then all you have to draw is the dress designs on top. And it's like a tool that designers use because they ain't got time for anatomy. They just draw in dresses. So highly recommend it. I have a couple of those sketchbooks that I use just for doing quick designs on my birthstone goddesses. They're really fun. That was a Weather Channel saying, "It cold." It gonna rain. Oh, Shining Nikki. What is Shining Nikki? Tell me the plot, because, or not the plot, but tell me what it is, or the plot if you like. Because I've not heard of that one. But I know there are more than one Nikki games. I like that his hair has all these layers, because then it's like flowing, and then all this fluffy layer underneath. It's got thick, voluminous hair. With waves in it. It's actually kind of good to study this kind of hair with the texture, because I have another challenge that I run into is trying to make hair look good, and then it just ends up being too detailed or too like plastic and stiff. So it's hard to make hair look natural, especially when you're painting digitally. It's really easy to end up with like plastic digital. So I'm liking thinking about all these hair segments. Okay, I can definitely put a little more. Can I get the goatee in? Gosh, we're not even into the difficult part of the stream, which is drawing hands. Hands, the real challenge, the real final boss is coming up. And I'm trying to keep this a clean stream where I don't curse. So we'll see how well I deal with that. Why no lip? Why no lip visible? I think the chin is covering it. And he's got that head tilt, so you can only see a very small part of the lip, other than the bottom. Perspective is weird, man. I will have to catch up on the summation of Shiny Nikki after this. Cannot look away from magnificent hair. Still trying to analyze the planes here. Definitely a plane here. The cheek. I can tell one thing that'd be really fun to do on stream too would be muscle group sketches. That was one of my favorite exercises in life drawing class in college, was just taking a photo or doing a life drawing and just tracing muscle groups on top of it, like wrapping your brain around all those groupings, because if you can learn the silhouettes of those muscles, it is so helpful for drawing humans. So you kind of assign that shortcut in your mind. So that's one of the exercises I personally found valuable, and we'll probably do it on stream at some point. I think I'm just messing this up with more shading. Meh. Let's see, the planes of the hair here, because his hair has got this uneven terminal shadow here, which is where the shadow and the highlight intersect. So that's like the back of the skull right here. I might actually keep going, because I feel like I'm just noodling and making it more photorealistic now. Whereas I've kind of learned what I wanted to from this pose, so we're gonna skip forward on this one, unless anyone needs this pose up for longer. You've got like 5 seconds to tell me you need this pose. Otherwise it is getting skipped, because I think I'm good. I'm not gleaning much more from this particular pose. Alright, we go onward. Oh wait, that was the last pose anyway. Well, now we cannot avoid it. It's flesh spider time. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let me catch up on chat real fast. Wow, Nikki sound deep. She get caught up in international conspiracy and schemes. And there's a blood curse? And there are fashion guns? This is what I get for not playing Nikki games until now. Awesome. Nikki sounds wild. Alright. I will eventually join line of action. Alright, so we are going to do flesh spiders. Oh, hands and feet. Oh no. We're in for it. Challenge mode. I suppose I could limit it to just hands, but you know what? We're gonna go for gold today. Both hands and feet. Gold timber. Cast mode again. Oh wait, yeah, I meant to lift this up, like, ta-da! Got way distracted by the model's hair. So, 10:30 seconds, 5 poses, 1 minute. Going for another hour, let's do it. We'll just keep going in this corner. We got all this good paper to use right here. Yeah, let's do it. I think for hands and feet, we're gonna do gestures and basic forms. Not sure I'll be able to do much planar studies. Oh my, crocheting hands. Awesome. Knitting, sorry. You can tell how often I actually knit or crochet. Thank you for the correction. No! Oh man, that one really hung my brain up. I know, I fail. I fail at life. Did not know the difference between crocheting and knitting at a glance. I tried crocheting once and I just could not wrap my brain around it. I'm more of a macrame person. Oh, this foot pose is interesting. It's doing that like shy anime ankle thing. Oh. 30 seconds is not enough for these flesh spiders. This is a very expressive hand pose. I like it. Got my eyes on you. I'm going to focus on the hand in this shot. It's funny that this made this into the hand section. I mean, there is a hand, but it doesn't seem to focus on the hand. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's skip the pose. I feel like that's... Yeah. Aha, there we go. Yeah, I feel like that one was mistakenly included. But I like to draw like the palm first, and then kind of the flow of the fingers, and then fill in the details afterwards. That's generally how I draw hands. Oh no, we're almost out of that time. No, I want to draw more. This hand's cool. Ooh, very elegant hand pose here. I'm running out of page. Oh, I can stick it in here. It's one of those very elegant finger spreads that I love to draw on poses, but it is always a challenge. Stylus holding. Woo. Oh, I wonder if everyone else holds their stylus like I do. Like, I'm always crunching it up between my index finger and my thumb. But some folks tell me that's not normal, so you tell me how you hold your hand. Hopefully I'm not doomed. Oh no, it's left in oven mint form. Yeah, I don't have a good strategy for drawing feet yet. Mostly I just try to get in the heel, the pad, and like the fan of the toes. And that fan shape helps me figure out the placement of the toes. It's good to see the palm, because I always have trouble with the segments of the palm too. And I actually even recently got a anatomy model for the hand, but the segments of the palm don't really match up with real life, so I can't rely on it for that kind of anatomy. So I've got to learn me some segments of the palm. Mitt. Fingers. Oh yeah, I'm glad to see that other people hold pencils like I do. Just beginning to think something wrong with me. Oh, we're up to a minute now. Yeah. This is a cool pose. I like it. What is this hand? That has wrought so much destruction. Okay, this is a great foot pose. Got that little toe tweak. Oh my goodness. Some crazy expressive toes. I feel like the overlap between the top of the foot and the big toe is what really sells the foreshortening. Otherwise, it just looks really odd. Just realized this is a foot pick stream now. Oh no. I'm struggling on foot picks. Oh, I didn't get to finish that one. It looks weird, like a snail. No, just have to keep going. Just have to keep going. But yeah, Echo, if you have time after I'm done with this session, I'll go see if I can dig out my fashion sketchbook real fast. I think I know where it is in here. So at the end of the stream, we'll see if I can find my croquis sketchbook and show off some of the fashion forms and what those fashion drawings look like. Yeah, so after this, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, guys, this is how artists keep their knowledge refreshed in their head. Because the brain has a hard drive limit, has a memory limit. You can't just remember all this complicated stuff. And even the masters had to do studies. Not that I'm a master or anything, but I just know that this helps me stay focused, and I know after I do studies, my art just takes on another quality to it that it's like, oh, I can tell I was really studying. Like sometimes I look back at my old college art and I'm like, oh, you can tell I was in life drawing classes because I really got the... I'm done with it. Oh man, drawing hands in the short poses is really torturous. But yeah, I can tell sometimes when I was studying in school, because I'll be like, oh yeah, that arm I drew on this character was especially expressive and it has details in it that I maybe fudge now because I've gotten lazy. This kind of helps you commit the shapes of anatomy into your brain. Because I think if you can commit the basic shapes and forms and get that basic knowledge in your brain, you can draw better from imagination. The hand poses, I swear, I'm either gonna have to get faster at this or maybe just do the free time session where we draw them as long as we need to draw them, and then I hit the forward button. Ooh, this pose is whack. Ooh, this pose is whack. How do fingers do? This will be a hand angle I will now never draw characters in because... What? Ooh. Oh no, this is a longer pose too. I guess I'll try to draw it. Again, it's like that hand meme that went around that drew, it's like, draw the hands like this. Just to challenge artists and drive them insane. I think what's really challenging about this is like the foreshortening on the thumbs and how pointed they look, which feels wrong, but I know it's not. And then not being able to see the fingernail on the bottom fingers, because if you can see the fingernails, that gives you a better sense of the foreshortening. It gives you something to visually overlap, so when you're translating it into a line art like I am, it works better if you can show that overlap somehow. too flat. Ugh. It's like a butterfly shape. This pose is both cool and terrible. It's bad. Maybe it just needs more segments. Yeah, like if they don't look like meat tubes, it'll look less like a toddler drew this. Yeah, this is now the new meme for artists. Draw this pose and see what you come up with and show it to me. Did you do any better than me? No, we gotta move on. Oh, it's 18 seconds. I guess I'll draw for 18 seconds. I was about to say, I can't with this pose anymore. It's horrendous. I reject it. I know we're not having any mistakes, but this is unsettling. It's unsettling. My version, anyways, is unsettling to look at. Oh, we got another non-hand pose. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna skip this one. Grasping. How interesting. I guess I can try and draw the controller first, or whatever this is. The rectangle. I've already made the hand too big. Trying to capture the silhouette of the hand here. Since my tried and true oven mitt method's not really gonna work on this one. Too big. So it's like the palm of the hand is supporting underneath, so it's at an angle like that. It's like that. Brain processing muchly with this one. Oh, it's so crazy how you can't see the fingertip because it's foreshortening away from us. And that's so funky because if I draw it wrong, it'll look like they just don't have a fingertip. So you gotta get like that squared off shape. So it looks like it's receding into space. I know I'm running out of time on this one. I knew hands were going to be challenge mode, but I had no idea what was waiting for me today. Oh, I was going to say echo that I also am doing a game stream on Thursdays. I'm trying to like really get involved in this streaming thing since I miss seeing everybody, and I can't really do cons much anymore. At least I've been trying to get back to them, but it's the competition to get into cons is quite crazy right now. So I figured if I can't get into cons, I can at least see people while I'm streaming. So Tuesdays is art time, art stream time, and then Thursdays is game stream time, where I play games that I find to be inspiring. Oh wait, no, that doesn't go there. I drew this wrong. But yes, I am also doing game streams too. So maybe I will catch you then too. I've still got to decide what I'm doing for this Thursday. It's either going to be Banner Saga, The Expanse from Telltale, because I love The Expanse, or there was another one, Scars Above, which was on sale, so I thought I'll try that because I do love me a good space sci-fi horror game. No, I almost had him. I almost had that one. At least we got some good like volume in here. I think my brain started to get behind the foreshadowing. Okay, 10 minutes on this one. Ooh, another good test of drawing fingers in foreshortening, wrapping around things. See if I can actually finish this one. So another thing I like to do is kind of like draw a line that traces the contour of where the knuckles are kind of fanning out, and that helps me keep that shape in mind. And it helps to keep the fingers in line too, because it's easy to have them like just going all over the place and then it looks really unnatural. Good grief. We're really gonna have to embrace that things are not looking good this time around. I must accept. We're not here to draw things that look good, we're just here to practice and try to get that anatomy ingrained in our brains. We're learning forms. Is there an Infinity Nikki outfit drawing challenge? That does sound interesting. Like, is that an official thing, or do tell us more details? I actually love an idea. I saw another artist that I enjoy, Sam Gay. She did an Elden Ring Vista drawing challenge. It was like plein air Elden Ring, and it was so cool. Just going there and drawing the really cool landscapes of the lands between. I think that sounds cool. Well, you'd have to find a place where there's no monsters, and I guess clear the map first. Pixel art seems like it'd be, actually not seems, I did pixel art way back, like in MS Paint era days. Pixel art was one of the first things that got me drawing digitally. I would just take comic art I'd like and then pixelify it. I don't even think I have any of those old pieces, but it's really relaxing. Well, you know, if it works and you get good results, might as well keep using it, right? Wow, I feel better that someone else is using MS Paint for something. I really like the squares off of the knuckles here. I think that's like a super satisfying part of the like visual of the hand to draw. Tell you what, I'm a classy flirt. It's like, I like the squares of your fingers, baby. They look really nice. Artist flirtation. Sorry, this is a super random joke. I promise I'm funny. At least my husband thinks I'm funny. Oh goodness, this pose. This is like the longest 10 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna come back in here and try to add shading and make this read a little better. Guys, it's snowing. Hold on. I gotta show this off. It's upside down. No. Snowing. Finally snowing here in Georgia. The second historic snow of the season. Ah, peaceful angel tears. Yeah, that's our front yard. We live at the end of a little cul-de-sac. It's very peaceful back here. I knew it would snow while I was streaming. Okay, let me try to line the camera back up. Oh no. Oh. I don't know if that caught my face or not. Alright. Back to streaming. We must learn even as it snows. Sorry. Okay. It's hard to draw in stain frames. I like to move the page around. Super hard not to do that and make y'all dizzy. I think what makes hands also convincing is that softness from the way the plushy bottom of your finger pads kind of spreads when you, or compresses when you squish your fingers together. Sells that contact between the hand and the fingers. Squishy. Just marveling at this pose is, I think that's a fingertip back here. Totally forgot that there was like an overlap. Short break. Oh, we need it with this one. Like, my goodness, I can't even with these hand poses. I really am fond of this one with the toe tweak. That one's cute. And when I did get to finish with that one, really works. I feel like I did capture that foreshortening in the knuckles. Good energy in these too. Let me get some water. I'm gonna see if I can't find my croquis sketchbook too. Wait, oh no, I didn't mean to hit go. Crap. We're gonna pause that for a second. I'm not sure I want to draw that for 25 minutes because I feel like we could split that time up between two different poses. Yeah, anyways, maybe some water. Enjoy Georgia snowfall for a few minutes if I can get my camera to stay. Oh, sorry. Snowfall. I'm gonna go see if I can't find my croquis sketchbook. I found it! Yay! I thought that would take longer. Okay, camera flip warning. Ignore the plaid pants you just saw. Alright. So, trying to get this all in frame. This is the Croquis sketchbook. I will have to mess with the chat placement. Let's see. Just noticed someone's in chat saying that the chat box is misaligned. But it goes, I don't know how to place it to where it's not over. We'll have to fix that by next stream. But let's look at the Croquis sketchbook. So it comes in this long format, and the beginning has an introduction to fashion drawing, as well as terms of different fashion elements like necklines and pant styles and stuff. Very cool and helpful. And more basics of fashion illustration. And it's very hard to see on camera, but you can see very lightly drawn figures. And so you can just draw right on top of them. And they're not all the same poses, it's all different poses. Oh, here's just some designs I did for redesigning the gal from Heavenly Sword. What was her name? Nariko, I think? Redrew Nariko, just with regular markers and pen. And they've got double-sided printing. Yeah, these are definitely good size. And this paper is thick. I don't know if you can quite tell on camera, but it's thick paper. I was able to do some marker on it, but it does unfortunately bleed a little bit through the back if you use like Prismacolor markers, but I think Copics would do better. Thought I had more. Oh, what's in here? Randomness. Oh, here we go. Oh, I love these. I gotta show these off. So I did the 6 outfits challenge with my tiefling from D&D, and she loves to bake, so she's got all these cute outfits that show off her love of baking. Like, that's her family bakery's name, with the little tiefling toast. And she got a bunch of outfits. These were for her baking outfit. And this was for her kimono. And they're all tart and bread themed. These were just designs. I was gonna pick one outfit to sort of bring up to polish, but I don't think I ever got much farther with this. It's sure fun to design though. But yeah, you can just not have to worry about anatomy and just throw your outfits down, have a ball. Alright. Okay, I cannot avoid the meat spiders for much longer. So let us get back to drawing. But yeah, check that out. I'm trying to think where I can put a link to that in chat. But it's definitely in a bookstore or Amazon. You can find. It's just called. Let's see if it has a name on it. But yeah, that is the word. Croquis. Rhymes with hokey. But yeah, look up crocus. I just saw the pronunciation, Angela. Croquis sketchbook, and you'll find it online or in your nearest bookstore. They may even have it at art supply. They may even have it at art supply stores. Alright, we're gonna go to the next page. Alright. I am switching poses. I need a break, guys. I need a break. I need something that's more fun than just like forward-facing feet. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I could stare at this. Boy, this is all about fingers in space grasping objects today. I'm gonna zoom in a little too. Zoom, maybe. It'll let me zoom. Ah, too close. A little too close. Go back out. Okay. Alright, let's do this. We got this. The final boss of the night is a hand holding an apple. Let the fight begin. Rolling up my sleeves for this. Oh, it looks so pretty outside. I want to go play in it, but it's like below freezing. Below freezing. I haven't made a snowman out the past 2 storms, though. I really should do that while I can, because who knows how long. Unless this becomes a yearly occurrence in Georgia, it would be kind of wild. Thumb is compressed. So my husband and I were actually having a debate. What is harder to draw between hands, feet, and eyes? And I actually think hands and feet are harder to draw, even though if you mess up with eyes, it can really make your character look weird and soulless or dead-eyed. But I still think they're easier to draw because they're a bit more fun to draw than hands and feet. See, this hand is already too big. So that pronounced heel of the palm over here. Do need to get better about getting these shapes in proportion to one another and getting the negative space in between shapes. See, the crazy thing about hands is I kind of sort of avoid them, at least in very complex poses. I can do simpler poses, but I notice for the artists like Donato Giancola, oh man, his hands are gorgeous, and if you can get that expressiveness like he gets in his hands, you can make, like, you can just elevate your piece so much with the expression of the hands. And I want to get there, man. Artist goals. Artist goals. I know the feelings to have a character with a leg prosthetic. And if the chat won't show what we're talking about, Echo was talking about, they gave the protagonist of the story a partial hand prosthetic because they hate themselves. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to make a 3D model of my character's leg prosthetics, or maybe make one out of clay or something if I can't figure out a sculpting program, because, like, I know the foreshortening is gonna break my brain. In fact, I just love to make a maquette of my characters in general, just because I want to do a comic because I'm insane, and I would love to have a reference I can turn around at any angle, because no matter what, comics are going to make you draw your characters at weird angles. So if anyone needs one, since fantasy stuff is more generally expected angles, but comics are like, draw your character back flipping over a dog. So you have to, like, figure that mess out. Ooh, this finger here is interesting because it's like in foreshortening, but also compressing. Your poor character. Were they born this way, or did they go through a incident? My character definitely had an incident with involving a horse riding. I won't say it's an accident because they were in the middle of a rebellion, but they did not mean to get thrown by the horse. Wow, your character sounds really interesting with a bird mask and different elements. See, now you have to draw them. That's just getting my artistic muse going. I love these, like, subtle contour lines that apples have. They're fun to draw. Apple. Interesting. This pose is a good example of how much the fingernails are selling the foreshortening and the overlapping. Gonna zoom in for a second, trying to sort out what is happening with this overlap right here. Oh, I realize you guys can't see my cursor. No. But here in the pinky area, just trying to figure out like there's like just enough of the little straight line part. Just realized you guys can't see the countdown either. Apologies. Eventually I will figure out how to set this up for stream seamlessly, but we're learning. This is what, my like second stream doing this. Go back out. Oh no, I've misaligned the bottom. Oh well. No, it's gonna drive me crazy. Let me see if I can fix it. Better. Hopefully that reflects into the live chat that the bottom of both screens are not misaligned now. Okay, time for shading, I think. Time for fun! Darkening where there's contact. I think that helps sell the foreshortening. Contact lines. Very excellent square knuckles again. Visually quite interesting. I love that. I feel like if you can understand that shape, that it can really make your hands look good. Or at least sell the right angle, because if you round off that area, it just always looks really weird. I think drawing anime hands so much always made me want to kind of like point the top of the fingers too. I feel like it adds like more expressiveness. Like I accidentally added the point at the top here. But that's actually an instance where the angle would round off the knuckles. So moving closer, closer. Yes. I think this camera is working out better than the last stream. Trying to capture some of these cross contours. It helps sell the angle of the arm. Same for the roundness of the palm here. Another art practice thing I'd like to do is taking like casual street fashion shots and then stylizing them into like animated characters, or stylized animated characters, if that makes any sense. I saw other artists doing that and I thought that was really cool. Especially if you have permission to photograph. I'll have to see how that works. If there are any of those casual street fashion places that allow people to share that kind of thing on stream. Because line of action, thankfully, lets you stream with all these different model photos, so I'm glad for that. But yeah, I'll have to look into what the rules are for sharing street fashion, because I think that would be really, really fun to draw. And another idea I had was to do some master studies or master copies of different animation styles. Like Arcane is high up on the list right now, because I think everything from that show looks so sexy. I really need to figure out why that style just scratches an itch in my brain when it comes to character designs, and the way the light just makes everything look they look kind of tired, to be honest, but then also it somehow really works for the mood of the show, that everyone looks really tired and elegant somehow at the same time. Give this apple some more definition. It is still snowing outside. Oh my gosh. Walkways are fully covered with snow now. I guess we're not going out for the next rest of today or tomorrow. Ugh, my apple looks a little soggy. Well, it's fine. Soggy apple. If I had time, I could probably really get this hatching in an orderly fashion, but that's okay. It's not about the apple. As I say as I keep drawing the apple. I think I'm just about done with the details on the hand. We got about a minute and a half left. I get some shading in these fingernails because I've left them Again, not a lot of strong lighting on this, but that's okay. It was a good study of foreshortening. And compression. That interaction there is really fun to draw. Maybe I'm the only person who thinks that. Hey, the collage is finished. We made it. This was challenge mode. There's squirrels running by. There's snow falling. There's hands. There's feet. There's foreshortening. that's my longest pose of today. Let's look at the rest. Let me back up. Back the camera up. Okay, where did we begin? So, these were the 30 minutes, or 30 seconds, if only they were 30 minutes. Ah. Then these got up to the 5-minute mark. More minute and 5 minutes. And I think maybe it was 15 minutes for that sucker. The butterfly meat crab pose that broke my brain. And then finally the finale was this one, holding an apple in space. So that was a lot of fun. I feel like I had to really accept the embarrassment of being bad at this. Well, I won't say bad, just restrained to pen so I didn't get too obsessive about erasing, which is a good thing. So I needed to practice, I got practice, I feel good about myself. I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm gonna go and treat myself with a cup of hot tea and watch the snow fall and maybe go insane enough to go outside and make a snowman. So thanks for joining me. It's been great. Here, I'll say goodbye with my face. Let me get rid of the giant light. Ugh. Thank you for joining me. It was really fun to hang out. I haven't seen a few of you in a long time because it's been like 2 years or whenever since I've streamed. So hey, come hang out with me on Thursday too. I'm either gonna play Banner Saga, The Expanse Telltale game, which it'll be fun, like story-based, choose your own adventure type, or possibly Scars Above. I may put up a poll or I may choose. I'll figure it out. One of those three. So prepare yourself for like either beautiful dark fantasy, dramatic sci-fi in space, or psychedelic space horror, which is so different from the cooking game that I played last Thursday. But, you know, I warned you. So hey, y'all have a good day. If you're in the southeast, stay warm. Watch out for all this ice. And catch you on Thursday. So, mwah, stay inspired, and I'll see you next time.